Wamugumo did not arrive with celebration. He arrived with silence. On the night of his coming, the elders later said, the land behaved like a creature holding its breath. Fires refused to stay lit. Milk curdled without cause. A hyena cried like a child far away in the hills. When the fig tree tore through the soil beside the hut, its roots bled sap the color of old honey. No one touched it. They circled it instead, because among the ancestors there was a saying, "What the earth births for itself must not be claimed by men." As Wamugumo grew, he did not play like other children. He watched, he listened. He sat with his back against trees, as if listening to something moving beneath the bark. When other boys hunted birds, Wamugumo followed ants. When others raced, he waited. Once, a boy mocked him. That night, the boy dreamed he was buried to the neck in soil, while roots wrapped around his tongue. He never mocked Wamugumo again. By adolescence, the elders noticed something unsettling. Wamugumo never argued, yet arguments ended when he arrived. People felt exposed near him, as if their thoughts had grown loud. An elder once asked him, "How do you know when a man lies?" Wamugumo replied, "The land stiffens beneath his feet." A feud broke out between two clans over grazing land. Spears were sharpened. War songs were rehearsed. Blood was certain. Wamugumo walked alone between the camps. He carried no weapon. He spoke no threat. He knelt and pressed his palm to the ground. The next morning, termites erupted across the disputed land, thousands upon thousands, devouring the grass down to dust. Both clans stood stunned. Wamugumo said only, "The land has refused your argument." No war followed. From that day, people feared him, not as a tyrant, but as one too close to powers older than courage. As seasons turned, Wamugumo began to wander. He walked into forests where hunters refused to go. He climbed hills struck often by lightning. He stood barefoot during storms. One evening, rain began without clouds. Thunder rolled from beneath the ground. People ran for shelter, but Wamugumo stood still, arms lowered, eyes closed. The storm broke around him. Afterward, he told the elders, "The sky listens when the earth agrees." Wamugumo did not teach like other elders. He spoke in fragments. Roots do not compete with branches. A people who cut their shade will one day kneel in the sun. Not all strangers are enemies, but those who despise roots always are. Some listened. Others grew uneasy. Especially Kahari, a gifted young speaker, sharp-tongued and ambitious. Kahari admired Wamugumo, but admiration curdled into resentment. Why should one man hold the land's ear? Why should ancient silence rule over new voices? Kahari gathered followers who whispered, "Wamugumo keeps us backward. He fears change. The world is wider than roots." Wamugumo heard, but did not confront him. Instead, he warned the elders. The axe does not hate the tree. It only believes the forest should be empty. One night, Wamugumo called the people to the sacred fig. His voice was heavy, slow. "A hand will rise among us. It will cut what shelters it. When the fig falls, blood will follow roots." Fear spread through the gathering. Kahari smiled. Strangers arrived soon after men with paper, metal tools, and strange authority. They spoke of progress. They measured land with ropes. They pointed at the sacred fig. "It is too large," they said. "It occupies useful ground," Kahari translated for them. That night he visited the tree alone. He placed his hand on the bark and said, "If you truly hear, stop me." The wind did not rise. In the morning, axes were brought. Wamugumo arrived late, not in haste, but with sorrow. He touched the trunk and whispered words no one understood. When the first blow landed, the sound echoed like a drumbeat for the dead. Birds screamed. The sky dimmed. A child collapsed, foaming at the mouth. Wamugumo turned to Kahari. "You have cut yourself." The tree fell before sunset. That night, Wamugumo vanished. Kahari lost his voice by dawn. From that day on, children dreamed of roots strangling iron. Crops failed where the tree once stood. No one sat comfortably in the shade of new structures built there, and the elders began to say, Wamugumo did not die. He became what he guarded.